Hey everybody, I've been waiting for these for a little while, and I finally got them. No thanks to Texas weather. So I want to show you one of the two boxes that I got that I've been waiting for a little bit. Here we go. The Bladeguard Veterans. I finally got my hands on them. I just got the package today after a prodigious delay because Texas and cold weather don't really mix very well. So I thought I'd open these up and show you what's inside, as is tradition around these parts. If my background looks a little weird, a little different from usual, it's because I'm not at my actual house. I'm at my girlfriend's house. So I'm outside, enjoying the fresh air, and enjoying a new box of models that we'll hopefully build at some point. So, here we go, Bladeguard Veterans. Here are the box's contents. We've got the instruction manual that we'll get to in a bit. We've got the usual transfer sheets. We've got 1, 2, 3 what look like 40mm bases. We'll set these to the side, and we'll have, well, I guess it's technically 3 sprues, but this is normally 1. There's 3 models per box, so I'm assuming right now that there's 1 model per little sprue, but that's already looking to not be the case. You can see all the heads here, so it looks like it's just these 3 pieces yield 3 models, but there's not necessarily 1 model per each of these sprues. So we'll take a quick look at these and see what each of them has. We'll start off with this kind of detached sprue. Get my glasses on, my old man eyes. So we'll start off right there. We've got a couple of shoulder pads, some pauldrons. We've got the power plant, that's power plant 1. We have that heraldry, I forgot what somebody called it, something, heraldry badge or something like that. It's, I don't know, it's an extra armor bit that fancies up the normal armor bit. So there's 3 of them. There's a plain one, there's something with what looks like a purity seal, and one with just like a iron halo. Oh, actually, there's a bunch more. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on this sprue. So you have a variety of things you can pick. We have like an extra shoulder. It's not a shoulder pad, but an extra shoulder. So I haven't looked at the instructions, but this tells me it's going to be an interesting build. We have one of these deals, which on the back shows us it's a place for the Space Marine to hold on to the shield. Having looked at a different unboxing of this, it looks like this is also the same disc that will be used to mount the shield onto the model's back. Maybe it's not this one, but it's a similar concept. Basically, there's an interface between this shield and the model, whether it be on the hand or on the back. So we've got another arm. Excuse my crazy barking dog. Here we have the pistol holster without a pistol. And here we finally get to the gorgeous model. It's the kind of chest area with a tabard and some doohickeys. The backside is blanked out, so you need to attach it to this part right here, which is kind of the rest of the model. And there's the back side of that. So there's a couple of power plants on this sprue. We've also got some parts here for the shins. We've got a holster with a pistol grip in it. There's that shield. There's that arm with a sword, another sword arm, an empty scabbard, a hilt to put into said empty scabbard. That's a nice touch. And it looks like some gribblies that go on the belt. Did I forget anything? That's it. That's the entire sprue. Should probably take a picture if you're interested in the sprue and just kind of load it online. Here's our second sprue, or maybe sub-sprues 1 and 2. There's kind of a lot of the same stuff, but there's some variability here. We'll start off on this side. We've got what looks like it looks like a plasma pistol. Here we have a bolter, probably a pistol or whatever it is, whatever special bolter variants these guys use. We have a sword arm with a sword held high. We have a little gribbly there with... It isn't a purity seal. It kind of looks like a purity seal, but it's some other kind of thing. We have another sword hilt. A sword arm without sword. We have another one of these discs that interfaces the shield with the model. We have the back of this Bladeguard Space Marine armor. Looks kind of neat. Here's the front. So you can kind of see the Primaris look to his leg armor. And this guy is standing on a rock, so that's going to interface directly with your base. Oh, man, you know what I just noticed? Look at that sword arm. He's cleaning off the blade with a rag. That's pretty awesome. I hadn't seen that before. Here's the back part of that same armor. It's got the tabard. Alright. There's your shield. There's some more gribblies for the belt. A plasma pistol. Some more holsters. A holster and belt attachment. That should be nice. Looks like it's going to be... Looks like it'll be swung low on the hip, I think. That's a neat idea. Neat touch. And we've got a couple of shoulder pads. And we've got a couple of shoulder pads, some shin guards, kind of rodding off this sprue. And finally, we have a bunch of Space Marine Bladeguard heads. You've got the standard version with the dudes kind of frowning. Oh. None of these guys are yelling. They're just frowning. And these guys have the cool kind of closed helmets. You've got another hilt, another crossguard with a Space Marine hand on it. And you can see crossguard with a Space Marine hand on it. You can see right there. Sword arm held high. The pointing finger of death. And it's got some nice detailing up here. It's tough to see while it's on the sprue, but it's got some detailing on the gauntlet or on the wrist part. Actually, it's easier to see here on the sword arm. So you can kind of see there's some cool details on, I don't know, like the wrist guard, I guess. We've got that half of the armor. It's the chest, a leg, and the tabard, along with an equipment belt. It's very nice. Power pack. There's the back part of the same armor, probably. And the front part, you can kind of see there's a part missing there. There's a hole in the knee, which I guess either you'll put a kneecap on or it helps attach. Yeah, it might be an attachment point. Might be an attachment point for one of these other Gribblies. So there's kind of a lot going on here. But there's a lot of nice detail to it. I kind of want to point out this right here. If you happen to equip your guy with a bolter, there's some Gribblies on there too. So it's like a chain, like a rosary type deal with a crystal or something at the very end. Or knowing that these are Space Marines, it's probably not a crystal. It's probably a knife of some sort. But there's some nice detailing here. So all told, man, this model kit has a lot of detail to it. I mean, there's not a ton of plastic, but we knew that going in, right? There's 3 guys. And here's some of their alternate poses. It should be interesting to assemble this kit. There's no crazy wires and tubes like you would find on, say, like a Space Marine Aggressor or a Hellblaster. So they're relatively straightforward in that respect. But they might be complicated in some other way. And I'm not quite sure. Since there's a bunch of variants, I kind of have to figure out Games Workshop's instructions. Some days I think I have it. Like, yes, these are the different variants. They're color-coded. And so I think I have a grip on it. And then I have to make sense of the numbering system. And I just kind of lose my mind a little bit. Perhaps I'm used to more straightforward instructions out of base model building kits. Maybe I'm just old, or maybe I'm just dumb. Whatever the case, this has been your Space Marines Bladeguard Veterans unboxing video, and also the Watch Me Struggle putting everything back in the box video. Other people's failures are usually very entertaining. Alright, I hope you got what you're looking for out of this video. When I assemble these, I'll put a video up about them. And when I paint them, which I will because these look pretty awesome, then I'll put a video up about that too. If you're interested in watching, you know where to find me. Thanks, everybody. Have a nice one.